like that. Two-step, then I bring it right back. They wonder how I do it like that. Two-step, then I bring it right back. They wonder how I do it like that. Two-step, then I bring it right.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to cut through the noise and really get down to the essential insights you need. Today, we're diving into something huge, probably your biggest investment, your home, and its first line of defense, that roof over your head. But, you know, what happens when that defense is, well, compromised?
Exactly. It's a critical question.
So our mission today is really to empower you with some critical knowledge. We'll look at understanding roof damage, what to do when, you know, Mother Nature decides to strike.
Which happens more often than we'd like sometimes.
Right. And how to navigate insurance claims that can be tricky. And, crucially, finding trustworthy partners for repairs or even upgrades.
Absolutely. Finding the right people is key.
We've gathered insights from quite a few places, expert guides like Forbes, Owens Corning checklists, and detailed info from companies deep in home solutions like Rejoice and Restore. We'll boil it all down into practical, actionable stuff so you walk away ready, basically, ready to protect your home. You know, when we think about our roof, it's often just, well, it's just up there.
Yeah.
But like we said, it's way more than that. It's this whole complex system constantly fighting the elements. So what does that actually mean for us when things go south?
Well, it's a great point because that battle is absolutely constant and it's critical. Your roof, it really is the first line of defense for your home, for your family. It's taking hits from high winds, hail, heavy rain, you name it. And when that defense gets breached, even just a little bit, the long-term consequences, well, they can be much worse than what you might see right away.
Yeah, it makes me think beyond just, you know, keeping the rain out. What are some of those, like, hidden dangers if you ignore what seems like just a small issue?
Exactly. So one of the most common things, and really damaging, is water getting in, leakage. Even something tiny like one missing shingle or a little crack in the flashing that can let water seep in. And over time, that small drip, it can lead to huge problems. We're talking rotting wood, mold, and even compromising the actual structure. So getting repairs done quickly isn't just like a good idea, it's essential. It prevents much bigger, costlier repairs later.
Now, it's not just a drip. It's like this slow decay eating away at the house.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing it affects more than just the wooden structure.
Oh, definitely. Unadjusted damage, say from a storm, it can really hit your home's energy efficiency hard. Gaps in the roof mean your insulation isn't working properly. Your heating, your cooling system, they have to work way harder.
Right, so higher bills.
Higher bills, exactly. And it's not great for the environment either. Plus, you know, what starts as maybe a loose shingle can turn into serious structural degradation. The roof's integrity, its strength is vital for the whole house's stability. A small problem can absolutely snowball.
So these problems aren't always hidden then, are they? Sometimes they're pretty obvious.
No, not at all. You often see clear signs, aesthetic stuff like stains on the ceiling, paint peeling off walls, watermarks. They definitely don't help your home's look or value. But beyond just how it looks, there's the safety aspect. I mean, think about it. A compromised roof could potentially collapse under heavy snow or in really strong winds. That's dangerous.
Wow, yeah.
And leaks, they make surfaces slippery. That's an accident waiting to happen. So keeping your roof in good shape, it's really about keeping your household safe too.
Okay, so how do you even begin to spot these things without, you know, climbing up there yourself, especially right after a storm? Because, I'm not doing that.
And you absolutely shouldn't. That's rule number one, safety first. Seriously, don't climb on your roof after a storm. It could be weak, slippery. It's just not worth the risk. I knew someone once scored they could just patch a crack themselves.
Oh, no.
Yeah. A month later, whole living room ceiling came down. It's tempting, just don't. Instead, do your inspection from the ground. Walk all the way around your house. Take pictures. Make notes of anything odd. And check other things too, gutters, those vents on the roof, even your windows. Look for dents, cracks, loose bits, torn screens. They can hint at roof impact.
That's a really good starting checklist. What else should we look for from down below? Or maybe even inside?
Yeah, outside, look around the yard, fallen tree limbs, broken fence, even damaged garden gnomes. Seriously. They can indicate something hit the roof area. Then inside, head up to the attic if you have one, check the ceilings, look for water stains, any damp spots, or maybe even daylight peeking through little holes. A good flashlight is your friend here.
Okay, so general signs first. But then there is specific types of damage, right? Like shingle damage. What does that actually look like to someone like me?
Right. For shingles, you're looking for ones that are missing altogether or obviously damaged. Maybe the edges are curling up. Look for dark spots or cracks. That means the little granules are coming off. And finding those granules on the ground, maybe near your downspouts after rain, that's a big clue.
Yeah.
You might also see shingles that look blistered or cracked or kind of flaky.
Okay. And wind damage. That seems super common. What are the signs for that?
Wind damage, yeah. Often you'll see creases on the shingles themselves where they literally got bent back by the wind. Or you might see shingles that look lifted, like they got pulled up and maybe settled back down, but not quite right.
Yeah.
Or just gone, blown right off.
Leaving gaps.
Exactly. Exposed roof deck. And check the fasteners, too. If you see staples instead of nails, that's sometimes a sign they might not hold up as well in high winds.
And hail. People call it the silent destroyer. It's not always obvious, right? How do you spot hail damage?
Yeah, hail can be tricky. The dents on the shingles themselves might be hard to see for an untrained eye. So look at the softer metal things first. Roof vents, gutters, the flashings. See any dents or dings there? Then look lower down. Check your downspouts, garage doors, window screens, even painted wood trim, your electric meter, AC unit.
Even the mailbox or the car?
Yes, mailbox, grill, car parked outside. Dings on those things strongly suggest hail hit your roof too, even if the shingle bruises aren't immediately obvious.
We talked about water damage earlier. Beyond the obvious stains inside, what other signs point to a leak?
Well, besides those interior stains or damp spots or actual holes appearing in ceilings, you could use a thermal camera, actually. That can show hidden moisture. But visually on the outside, look for loose step flashing. That's the metal along walls. Rusted chimney flashing is a bad sign. Stains around bathroom vents coming through the roof, those are all red flags. A leaky roof puts the whole structure at risk over time.
What about structural issues themselves? Those sound, well, pretty serious.
They absolutely are. Signs of structural damage would be like a noticeable sagging in the roofline. It doesn't look straight anymore. That often means moisture's been weakening things for a while. You might even see weird horizontal lines appearing on your interior walls after a big storm. Or maybe your gutters are broken or pulling away and there's debris packed in them that means water isn't draining right. All those point to potential issues with the roof's underlying structure.
You've mentioned flashing a few times. Can you explain what that is exactly and why checking it is so important?
Right, flashing is super important. It's the metal pieces installed basically anywhere the roof surface meets something else or changes direction. Think around vent pipes sticking out along the roof ridges, in the valleys where roof slopes meet, around dormer walls, skylights.
Okay, so all the joints.
Exactly. Its whole job is to direct water away from those spots because they're vulnerable points for leaks, so you need to look closely at it. Are there small holes? Rust. Is it bent, cracked, dented, or are pieces missing? Even stains on the fascia boards right below the roof edge. Or mold growing where the roof meets an exterior wall. Those can indicate the flashing isn't doing its job. Spotting flashing problems early is really vital. You know what's fascinating here is how often homeowners just feel completely overwhelmed after a storm. It's understandable, but honestly, with a clear plan, you can turn what feels like a crisis into something manageable, especially when insurance gets involved.
Overwhelmed is definitely the word. So, okay, storm's passed. We've done our safe ground level look around. What are the absolute first things we should do?
Okay, step one, before anything else, document everything. And I mean everything. Take tons of photos, videos too, of any damage you see, get different angles, close-ups, wider shots, and make notes. When did the storm hit? What kind of storm was it? Wind, hail? This documentation is gold for your insurance claim.
Okay, document first. Then what?
Second, if and only if it's safe to do so, think about temporary repairs. The goal here is just to prevent more damage while you wait for pros or insurance. This could be patching an obvious leak spot with some roof cement, maybe tacking down a couple of loose shingles with nails or glue if you can reach safely, or maybe getting a tarp over a badly damaged area.
Just stopping the bleeding, basically.
Exactly. And preventing further damage is often something your insurance policy actually requires you to do, reasonably. And third, consider getting a professional roof inspection. Some companies even offer tools now, like Rejoice and Restore has a free instant roof health report tool online, which can help you spot damage and figure out if maybe insurance might cover it.
Okay, documented, temporary patch if needed, maybe a pro look. Now the big one, insurance, homeowners insurance. What does it typically cover for roof damage? And just as importantly, what does it usually not cover?
Right. So your standard policy, the dwelling coverage part, usually covers damage that's sudden and accidental. Think specific events like falling trees or branches, fire, hail, lightning strikes, smoke damage, the sheer weight of ice and snow, wind, even vandalism. But the exclusions are really key to understand. It generally won't cover damage from just lack of maintenance or normal wear and tear over years. Earthquakes and floods usually need separate policies for those.
Okay.
And here's an interesting one. Cosmetic damage to metal roofs from hail might not be covered. If it just looks dented but isn't leaking or structurally weak, they might say it doesn't affect function.
That difference between functional and cosmetic damage, that's critical. Now, what about if only part of the roof is damaged, but maybe the contractor says the whole thing needs replacing to match, or the insurance adjuster suggests it? How does that work?
That gets into understanding your specific policy. Are you covered for replacement cost value, RCV, or actual cash value, ACV? RCV generally pays to replace it with new materials of similar kind and quality. ACV pays the replacement cost minus depreciation for age and wear.
Big difference.
Huge difference. Now, an insurer might pay to replace the whole roof, even if only part is damaged, if, say, the damage substantially impacts the roof's lifespan, like if asphalt shingles got hit by hail all over, even if only some are cracked. Or another case is if matching materials just aren't available anymore. If you have unique slate tiles and they can't find matching ones for a repair, they might have to replace the whole slope or even the whole roof to make it uniform.
Okay. And costs. What do we talk a ballpark for a full replacement? Sounds like it could vary a lot.
Oh, it varies wildly. For an average-sized house, maybe asphalt shingles, you might average around $11,500. But if you have a large roof, complex shape, or want high-end materials like, say, copper, you could easily be looking at $50,000, $60,000, even up to $80,000 or more. Depends hugely on size, materials, complexity, and where you live.
Wow. Okay. And wind and hail specifically, they seem like the big claim drivers. How big are they, and any special things homeowners need to know about those coverages?
They are massive drivers. Insurers pay out, on average, almost $13,000 for wind and hail claims. That's a significant chunk. Now, things to be aware of. In some areas, especially coastal states prone to hurricanes, you might have separate deductibles just for wind or hail damage.
A separate deductible?
Yes, and sometimes it's not a flat dollar amount like your main deductible, but a percentage of your home's insured value, like 1%, 2%, even 5%. On a $400,000 house, a 2% wind deductible is $8,000 out of your pocket before insurance pays a dime.
Ouch. That's important to know.
Very. It's common in 19 states plus DC. Also, some policies might offer an option to exclude wind and hail coverage altogether to save money on premiums, but that's obviously a big risk in many areas. You really need to check your specific policy declarations page.
Okay, so let's say we know we need to file. What's the actual process? Step by step, how should we approach the claim?
All right, step 1. Dig out your policy before you call anyone. Reread the relevant sections. Know your coverage. Know your deductible. Be prepared. Step 2. Notify your insurance company or agent promptly. Call them. Explain clearly what happened, when it happened, and what damage you've observed. Step 3. They'll assign an adjuster who will schedule a time to come inspect. They'll look for those specific signs of storm damage versus, say, old wear and tear. They'll note the roof type, look for missing shingles, water intrusion signs, etc.
Okay, adjuster comes out. Now, here's something you mentioned that really caught my ear, kind of a deep dive truth moment. Getting repair estimates, most people think get 3 quotes, but you advise against that for insurance claims. Can you unpack why that's so critical?
Yes, it seems counterintuitive, I know. We're all taught to shop around. But with insurance claims, getting multiple bids can seriously backfire. Here's why. The insurance company's goal is often to settle the claim for the lowest reasonable cost. If you hand them 3 bids and one is significantly lower, guess which one they'll likely want to base their payout on?
The lowest one.
Almost always. And that lowest bid might be from someone cutting corners, using cheaper materials, not including necessary steps like proper flashing or ice shield. It might not be enough to do the job right. So the better approach here is to find one reputable, local, trusted roofing contractor. Have them do a thorough inspection and provide a detailed estimate based on fair market pricing for the correct scope of work needed to restore your roof to its pre-storm condition using comparable materials. Make sure it's on their letterhead, detailed.
So focus on getting one good estimate, not just the cheapest.
Precisely. An estimate that reflects quality work. Also, a crucial point. Don't do any major repairs before the adjuster has seen the damage and the claim is approved. Only those temporary fixes we talked about earlier. Let the adjuster see the full extent of the storm damage.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Powerful insight. What else should we keep in mind when dealing with the insurer? How do we make sure we get a fair shake?
Well, remember, you're entitled to fair trade pricing for the repairs needed. Don't feel pressured to accept a lowball settlement. You can negotiate. For really large or complicated claims, you might even consider hiring a public adjuster. They work for you, not the insurance company, and their fee is usually a percentage of the final settlement they help you get. They can be a valuable advocate.
A public adjuster, okay.
Also, speed matters. Don't wait weeks to file your claim. The longer damaged roof sits exposed, the more weather and dirt can obscure the original storm damage, making it look more like simple wear and tear, which might not be covered.
Good point. Makes the claim harder.
Exactly. And finally, document everything related to the claim itself. Keep a log. Who you spoke to at the insurance company, when you spoke to them, what was said. Save all emails, letters, photos, estimates. Keep meticulous records. Generally, once you and the insurer agree on a settlement amount, you should receive payment within 30 to 60 days.
You mentioned earlier that sometimes it's actually not worth filing a claim.
Yeah.
When is that the case? And why might filing actually hurt you later?
Right, you don't automatically file for every little thing. The main reason not to file is if the repair cost isn't much more than your deductible. Like, say the damage is $1,200 and your deductible is $1,000. You'd only get $200 from the insurance company. Is that $200 worth it?
Probably not, when you factor in the hassle.
Exactly. And the potential downside, finding claims, especially multiple small ones, can cause your insurance premiums to go up at renewal time. You might also lose a claims-free discount if you had one. So sometimes paying for smaller repairs out of pocket is a smarter financial move in the long run.
Okay, good perspective. But what if you do file and your claim gets denied, or they offer way less than you think is fair? What can homeowners do then? Are you just stuck?
No, definitely not stuck. You absolutely have the right to appeal their decision. First step is usually to ask the insurance company, in writing, to reconsider providing any additional documentation or evidence you have, maybe that detailed estimate from your chosen contractor. They might send out a different adjuster, or maybe even a specialized roofing engineer for a second look.
Okay, so appeal internally first.
Yes. If that doesn't work, you could hire that public adjuster we mentioned for an independent assessment. You can also file a complaint with your state's Department of Insurance. They oversee insurance practices. And as a last resort for major disputes, you could consult with an attorney who specializes in insurance claims.
Good to know there are options. One last thing on this section, scams. After a big storm, sadly, some shady operators come out. What red flags should homeowners watch out for with contractors?
Oh, absolutely. It's prime time for scams, unfortunately. Big red flags.
Yeah.
Anyone demanding a huge upfront payment. Reputable contractors might ask for a small deposit, maybe 10% or up to $1,000 by law in some places, but not like half the job cost before they start.
Okay, watch the upfront cash demand.
Definitely. Also, be wary of unbelievably low bids. If one quote is drastically lower than others feel realistic, ask why. They might be cutting corners, using subpar materials, or not be properly insured. And a huge red flag. Any contractor who says they can cover or rebate your deductible. They might offer to submit an inflated invoice to the insurance company to make up the difference. That's insurance fraud, plain and simple, and you could get in serious trouble too.
Wow. Yeah, stay far away from that.
Absolutely. And always, always verify they are properly licensed and insured before signing anything. Ask to see the documents.
Okay, phew. We've identified the damage. We've navigated the insurance maze,
Yeah.
or at least we may know how to now. But here's maybe the most critical moment. Choosing the actual people who will fix your roof.
Yeah.
Who do you trust? This feels like the biggest decision.
It absolutely is. And connecting this back to the bigger picture, picking the right contractor isn't just about getting the leak stopped now. It's about the long-term health of your roof, the validity of your warranties. It's about protecting that huge investment for years, potentially decades to come.
So let's arm people. What are the non-negotiable, must-ask questions for any roofer we're considering? What separates the real pros, and what should we listen for in their answers?
Okay, let's make a checklist. Question 1, fundamental. Are you a local roofing contractor? Ask for their actual physical office address nearby, a local phone number. Why? You want to avoid storm chasers. These are companies that blow into town after a storm, offer low prices, maybe don't know or follow local building codes, do a quick job, and then they're gone.
Leaving you with no recourse if problems pop up later.
Precisely. No warranty support. So local and established is key.
Okay, local first. What's number 2?
Number 2, are you licensed, bonded, and insured? And don't just take their word for it. Ask to see the proof, the license number, the insurance certificate showing liability and workers' comp coverage. Bonding adds another layer of financial protection for you. Even if your specific town doesn't require all 3, aim for a contractor who has them. It shows professionalism and protects you.
Proof is key. Okay, number 3.
Third, how long have you been in business in my area? Similar to the local point, but focuses on stability. A company that's been serving your community for 5, 10, 20 years is much more likely to still be around to honor their warranty 5 years down the road. Longevity matters.
Makes sense. And speaking of warranties, that's huge for a roof. What should we ask about specifically?
Definitely. Question 4. What is your workmanship warranty? This covers the installation, the labor, separate from the manufacturer's warranty on the materials. Don't settle for less than 10 years on workmanship. Honestly, the best companies offer lifetime or 20+ years. It shows they stand behind their installation quality. And check online reviews. Do they actually honor that warranty if issues arise?
Wow, 10 years minimum, ideally longer. Got it. What's next?
5th. Are you certified by shingle manufacturers? This is a big one. Top manufacturers like Owens Corning, GAF, CertainTeed have certification programs like Preferred Contractor or Master Elite. Getting certified means the manufacturer has vetted the contractor, trusts their installation methods meet high standards. These certified contractors, often in the top 1% or so, can usually offer enhanced material warranties too, like maybe a 50-year non-prorated warranty from Owens Corning instead of standard limited one. Plus, it often gives you access to better customization options, like full shingle color palettes.
Ah, so certification unlocks better warranties and options. That's really valuable. What about seeing their actual work?
Exactly. Question 6. Can you give me references for recent projects? Ask for names and addresses of jobs they completed in the last, say, 3 to 6 months, not years ago. Then you can actually drive by, look at the roof from the street, see the quality of their work, how clean the site looks.
Good idea. Drive-by check. Okay, number 7.
7th. How do you protect my property during the roof replacement? Replacing a roof is messy. Good contractors take precautions. Ask them specifically. Do you use tarps to cover landscaping, shrubs, windows, AC units, light fixtures? Read the contract carefully. Be very wary of any clauses saying they're not liable for damage to your property during the work. They should be taken care.
Yeah, you don't want new roof damage traded for busted windows. Cleanup is related to that. What should we ask about cleanup?
Right. Question 8. What's your cleanup process? They shouldn't just let debris pile up for days. Ask if they clean up during the project, getting torn off shingles and waste into a dumpster or dump trailer regularly. And crucially, afterwards, do they use magnetic sweepers to pick up stray nails? They should sweep the lawn, driveway, walkways multiple times. You don't want flat tires or stepping on a roofing nail.
Ugh, definitely not.
Okay.
We're getting specific now. Are there particular materials or installation details we should ask about to gauge their expertise?
Yes, definitely. 2 really critical ones. Question 9. Do you use ice and water shield? This is a special sticky waterproof membrane. It's vital protection for the underlying roof decking, especially if water somehow gets under the shingles. Ask them where they install it, they should say. In valleys, around chimneys and skylights, along eaves, especially in cold climates, and on any low-slope roof sections, their answer shows if they understand vulnerable areas.
Ice and water shield. Got it. And the last one.
10th, and this is fundamental. Will drip edge be installed? Drip edge is that metal flashing right along the edges of the roof. It does 2 key things. Helps direct water into the gutters and prevents water from curling back under the edge of the shingles and rotting your fascia board or roof decking.
So it's not just decorative trim.
Not at all. In many places, it's literally required by building code now, like the International Residential Code specifies it. Ask them if they install it. The answer should always be yes. And maybe how a good detail is knowing it should extend slightly below the decking and up the roof plane a couple of inches. Knowing why it's important preventing that water intrusion at the edge is the key takeaway for you. If a contractor dismisses it, that's a huge red flag.
Wow, that is an incredibly thorough list that really arms you with the right questions. So thinking beyond just the immediate repair, what about other solutions or proactive choices homeowners might consider today?
Yeah, the landscape is changing. Many top companies now really offer a full-service approach. It's not just call us when it leaks. They might offer free, no-obligation inspections to catch problems early, and you see more integrated solutions. For example, some companies like Rejoice and Restore we mentioned, bundle services like roofing and solar panel installation. They might even offer financing, like zero down payment options, which can make bigger upgrades like a high-quality roof plus solar much more accessible financially.
Combining projects makes sense.
It can. And some companies go even further, offering comprehensive home exterior services, roofing, siding, gutters, windows, maybe even energy efficiency audits or interior remodeling. It becomes more of a one-stop shop for home improvement.
So it really becomes about finding a true partner for your home, someone looking at the whole system.
Precisely. And often you find that commitment in, say, family-owned businesses that really prioritize customer satisfaction. Look for strong, consistent reviews like, Rejoice and Restore highlights their 100% five-star Google reviews across dozens of communities they serve in Connecticut. That says something. And for being proactive, some offer neat tools like online roof wizard calculators that can give you a rough cost estimate for your specific house size and location even before an inspection. Ultimately, choosing that partner is an investment. It's investing in peace of mind, knowing the job's done right, and ensuring the long-term health and value of what's likely your biggest asset.
Okay, we have covered a lot of ground today. We've navigated from spotting those first subtle signs of roof trouble.
Or the not-so-subtle ones.
Right, all the way through the sometimes confusing world of insurance claims, and finally landing on how to ask the right questions to find a really expert partner for your home's biggest defender.
It really shows how being proactive, being informed, can save you so much stress and, frankly, money down the road. It turns those potential disasters into challenges you can actually manage.
So, thinking about your roof.
Yeah.
It isn't just a static shield, is it? It's more like this living system, constantly out there reacting to the world. So, the final thought for you, listening right now, armed with all this knowledge, what's the one proactive step you will take, maybe even today, to ensure your roof's resilience and safeguard your home for all the years to come?
I do it like that. Two-step, then I bring it right back. They wonder how I do it like that. Two-step, then I bring it right back. They wonder how I do it.